Don't say, oh, I have a big problem. There are no big problems. There are no small problems. There are no simple problems. There are no difficult problems. But this is it. You have a big, bad mindset. When you have a big, bad mindset, then you have a big, bad problem. Mindset is everything. When you change your mindset, you change your attitude to life. In fact, when you change your mindset, you change your life. You are meant to bloom. But blooming is not a product of your outer experiences of life. It's a product of your inner experiences of life. You may be totally empty. You may be run out of the material things of enjoyment of life. You may not have them. The circumstances will be very untidy to the onlookers. But if you can look inwards and put right all the circumstances of your inner being, put them right, create the right mindset, and begin to enjoy possibilities around you, you know what happens? You begin to bloom. People are going to wonder and say, irrespective of your circumstances, how are you blooming? You're looking good. Yes, you bloom and look good because you have set the inside right. The inside is the key. Conflict can happen anywhere, but there must be no conflict on your inside. The world can hate you. They can create stories about you. They can frown at you, scorn you, do anything. There are enough of them to do that out there. But you must not join them by giving it to yourself. When you look at the mirror, if you cannot say good things to yourself and feel good about yourself, then you are not yet you. You know who you are? You are an enemy occupying your frame. You have to kick that enemy out of the frame. That is what I am talking about. Getting rid of conflict. Get rid of your negative self-talks. Get rid of your negative self-feelings. When you get rid of your negative self-feeling, then it is easier for you to have a positive self-talk. If you like, do all the positive self-talks you can, as long as the feeling about yourself is negative, the talk is a waste. So if you want to have any particular life that you intend to experience, you need a particular life experience. The first thing is to create the experience mentally. You begin to understand that you deserve the experience, and you begin to feel the existence and the growing and power of that existence. When you start feeling the existence, feeling the life, then you know that you're on the way. That is being in a state of flow. Like if you're always concerned about having the life without being conscious of creating and having the experience of that life inside, it's a waste of time. At the end of the day, you have to understand that when there is no resistance on your inside, it simply means that you are having a sense of liberty, the internal freedom. That is what you need. When you have that internal freedom, then you are in a state of flow. And that absence of resistance is non-violence. When you have a sense of non-violence against yourself, then you flow better. See, the word love in my place, in my language, is ahwemwegbe. Ahwemwegbe. And in my mother's place, it's called ahwemegbe. That's Benin. But this is it. You see, I was analyzing that word yesterday, and I said, come, love is actually self-love. Egbe means self. You can also call it body, but self-body, you know. Then, ahwene means looking for issues of the body. Looking for issues of the body. Get it? Or desiring the issues of the self. Desiring, looking for issues of the self. That is ahwene, that is love. Now, what are the issues of yourself? What are the issues of your life? What are they? Are they growth? Are they fun? Are they possibilities? Now, if you are outside of these things, whatever is not in favor of yourself, that does not promote yourself goals, that is a problem. And that is a really big problem. Now, some people say, I want to live a life in which there are no problems. Good. This is it. If you have no problems, then you have a really, really big problem. Because it is the absence of the growth problems of life that you have petty problems. I'll give you some instances. You just wake up one day because you are so indolent, you start having some funny sicknesses. Oh, your side swells up. You have gingivitis. You have inability to see, ocular pressure. All kinds of things start developing in your system because you don't have a problem. Your mind, oh my God, your mind was designed to solve problems, not to create, but to solve problems. But when you cannot give your mind problems, it creates problems for it to solve. But when you now have those problems created by your mind for it to solve, and you say, oh, this is bad, then you rush outside for solution. Then that problem just festers. Because the mind say, oh, so you are going out. You can't come to me. Fine, go ahead, go out, go and do it. And then the thing will fester. It becomes a life problem. And mind is waiting for you to turn to it and say, okay, guy, what have we? But because you are not turning to mind, the problem festers. Because you have not put that faith on external stimuli. Therefore, mind will leave you with the problem. It will grow. It begins to multiply them. That is how problems come. My master told a story. A young man was walking on the beach one day. And then he came across a lamp, half buried in the sand. Oh, what a curious lamp. He got down, picked it up, dusted it up. And when he did that, a genie came out of the lamp. Mighty. Ooh, don't be afraid. You've saved me. I have been incarcerated in this lamp for millions of years. Now you set me free. Then I must serve you. He said, you must serve me. He said, yes. Ask me, give me anything, I will do it for you. But the problem is this: if you fail to give me tasks to do, I'll eat you up. It's good. The man knew that he has so many problems to solve. He wanted to be rich, so he started giving him tasks to solve. And the genie was producing solutions. And he became quite rich. And the genie said, hey, give me work to do. What must I do now? I will eat you. You give him some work. He was running out of tasks. Then he went to a wise man. And to this is my problem. I have this genie, and he's giving me problems. I don't know what to give him again, otherwise he will eat me up. The wise old man said, bury a pole in the middle of your living room and ask the genie to go up and down each time he comes to you for a task. He said, good. So he did that, and the genie became very busy. So he didn't have anything to send him, just tell him, oh yeah, up, down. And the genie was going up and down, up and down, up and down. What's he trying to say? The genie is actually the human mind. The human mind is capable of making a human being rich. It's capable of making a human being have fun and happiness and all sorts of things. And that same human mind is capable of making the human being miserable. If you are not giving your mind tasks, if you are not driving your mind into actions, I assure you, your mind will devour you. How does the mind devour somebody? Does that mean that the mind will just turn on you overnight? No. The mind does not turn against the person. This is it. The mind is your best buddy. It's your friend. Whatever the mind does, it is doing it for you. Don't also forget, the mind must fulfill its function. Everything the mind does is in your favor. So when the mind wants to solve a problem and you are not giving it problem to solve, what does the mind do? The mind goes to the external world and begin to pick data. Begins to pick data. That is what the subconscious mind does best. It picks those data and uses them. And the truth is that before the mind even uses this data, it has to knock on your door to seek permission from you. What people do not understand is that the mind is perpetually seeking our permissions. But we are not able to see because we are too locked up, focused on the external vistas of life, where all our problems come. This is what happens when you focus on the external vistas of life. Outside there are the things you want to have, are the lifestyles that appeal to you, things that you cherish. They are all out there in the external world. You are looking at them and you are wondering, how can you get them? One man has an estate of 1,000 houses. And you wonder, how? How did he get it? I have to get it. You are trying to think of ways. You want to befriend people. You want to have contact, all of those things. See, external effort can do it. It is the mind that creates these things. So what you need to do is to stay away. But because you cannot stay away, you're always out there looking for solutions, jumping from one business idea to another, jumping from one place. You are scouring the earth, looking for solutions. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But in either way, you are having misery. You are piling miseries upon yourself. Mind is simply saying, I am here, friend, use me. I am here, friend, use me. But you're not listening. You are just going out, trying to use people, use contact, use opportunities. A new business has come. A new company has opened there. Come on. Mind is saying, I am the inventor of all things in this physical world. Come on, friend, use me. Then after a while, you create a habit. Mind sees that you always like to jump out. So mind stops going into its resources within. It starts going outside along with you. And then when that happens, you are finished. You start going outside to help you look for resources. Now, the world are of two types. There's the physical world and there is the inner world. And both worlds belong to mind. Mind is good in both worlds. But this is the difference. The inner world is a source of power in the physical universe. The outer world is the source of weakness in your inner universe. So when you are always pushing for external things, pushing for external solutions to external problems, you become weak before the problems, because trying to get solutions for external problems externally means that you are going to the source of problems, not the source of solution. The source of solutions are inside of you. So when you become so used to jumping out, looking for solutions, what then think happens? You become incapable of introverting, of inverting. And when you become incapable of inverting, you become a slave of this world, and they will mess you up.